Cheryl Lythgoe is matron at Benetton Health, who's on the line with us here to offer guidance and advice on how we can all adopt a healthier outlook heading into 2023. How are you doing today, Cheryl?
Absolutely lovely. Thank you, Toby. Thank you for having me this morning. It's not bad for a Wednesday, is it?
No, well, actually here it's quite dull, but maybe it's nicer where you are.
Listen, it can be dull outside as long as it's warm and sunny in your room. That's okay.
Yes. Now, is January the time of year when a lot of people are focusing on their health?
It is. Benetton Health, which is a not-for-profit healthcare provider, did some research that explored this very particular subject. And we know that 35% of us make New Year's resolutions. And usually that's on the back of the fact that we feel that we've overindulged over Christmas. In fact, 23% of us say that we do overindulge. So we all tend to look for that thing that's going to improve our physical health and our mental well-being. So it is a very, very popular time of the year for getting fit, new year, new you type of vibe.
And most New Year's resolutions don't tend to last very long. So how can we keep at it and keep the exercise going?
I agree with you. I don't know about you, Toby, but definitely for me, I start off with such good intentions and then the lure of cake and chocolate and box set closes in. What I would always say, it's about the small things that we do. The big intents are really good, but actually can sometimes set us up for failure. So it's those small incremental things that we can do day in, day out that make such a vast difference to our lives.
And what are your tips for starting out as well? Because maybe some people don't know where to start when it comes to exercise.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a minefield, isn't it?
Yeah.
So my mantra is always about jiggling your wiggle. That's what I look at. For me, it's really important to jiggle your wiggle. And what I mean by that is the movement that we do. So when we move, the technical term for it is neat. We're being neat. So that's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And this is everything from walking to make a cup of tea to getting up and answering the telephone or, cooking the tea or doing the gardening or walking to work, those types of things. And the key is to increase your neat, so to be far more neat in life. So you could, whilst you're cooking the tea, crank up the tunes on your favourite radio station and dance around the kitchen. While you're brushing your teeth, you could do some squats. You could park the car further away from the office or the supermarket. You could walk the dog. You could get out in the garden, move the body as much as you can, because those small incremental steps that you do every day make such a big difference. You know what I mean? And will get you that marathon in the long run. Make the small steps. Don't worry about the big stuff.
Yeah. The parking the car further away one is a good idea. And you maybe don't even have to think about that because most places you have to pay loads of money to park where you actually want to park anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you. If you can save a little bit of money at the same time, that's even better, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the thing with it is finding what you love doing. So I love dancing. I also love to throw around heavy weights. So that's my little bit of me time. And I know that it's really, really good for my physical health, but it's also good for my mental well-being as well. So it is that finding what you love because you are more likely to keep that going. So, I mean, what would you love doing, Toby? What's your thing that helps your physical and mental health?
Probably going for a walk because it's nice to just get out of the house more than anything. And also, obviously, it's exercise.
Yeah, it costs us nothing. We can enjoy the beautiful environment around us. If you go with a friend, you can set the world to rights by having a good old chat and natter. Absolutely brilliant way of keeping fit and healthy.
Yeah. Only half of us are actually prioritising our health. I take it we ought to be.
Yeah, so the research that we did at Benenden did point out that 55% of us prioritise health. Part of me can understand that. Life's really busy, isn't it? We're juggling work, we're juggling families, we're juggling social responsibilities. And then somewhere along the line, our own thoughts come into play. I would always say, when you look at improving your health, treat yourself as you would do your very best friend. So if your best friend was struggling with something, would you say to them, oh, don't mention it, don't worry about it, it'll go away? Or would you say, what can we do to support you? And they're the kind of things that you need to look at for yourself. Have a look at the health resources that are around you. So definitely have a look at the Benenden Health Hub, lots of information on there. Have a look at those accredited sources, that might be an NHS website. That might be a healthcare professional, but definitely treat yourself as you would do your very most precious object. Because if you don't prioritise your own health, who else is going to?
Yeah. Well, where can we go to find the Benenden Health Hub and all the information that we need to know?
Yep, there's lots of things on there. There's loads of things. So definitely, if you search Benenden Health on any internet browser, will come up, and there's loads of really, really good information on there. Definitely have a look at the Health Hub. There's lots how we can check in and maximise our health. And then obviously there's those other sources that are out there. The NHS website, really great accredited evidence base. If you're wanting to chat to somebody, have a think about your pharmacist, have a think about NHS 111. Use those things that you know that are going to give you that evidence-based information so that you can make the right choices for you.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great to have you on, and have a great 2023.
Oh, cheers, Toby. I'll leave you to go jiggle your wiggle and go through a wiggle.